Well, good afternoon, my brother. Yes, my name still remains the same, Akin Oladipo Agbe. I'm the National President of Civil Liberty Organization, a member of Amnesty International. Yes, on the recent matter that we attended to, the dehumanizing situation of a lady called Bola or something that was tortured and brutalized in Ibadan. Actually, we have reacted to it, and immediately we saw the video that went viral. We reacted to it, and we called the attention of the Inspector General of Police to act on the matter. And thereafter, we discovered that the people who tortured the lady, the police officers that tortured the lady, they are not even serving at Oyo State Command. We later discovered that they are serving in Lagos State Command here at somewhere in Lagos State here. Yes. Yeah, the Inspector General of Police acted immediately on it, and we were informed that those officers were subsequently arrested and detained, and probably they are going to face on the room trial for that kind of barbaric act which they committed in Oyo State. On several occasions, we have been appealing to the Nigerian police, especially all the law enforcement agencies, to follow the due process in handling cases. In a situation like that, any police officer who arrested anyone should always have the belief that the person arrested also have a fundamental right of his own person, and he had the dignity to life. Yeah, it's minimalistic. It's not something that we expect from any of our police officers to misbehave. And once we discovered that, and that's why we immediately called the attention of the Inspector General of Police to take charge of the matter. Yeah, we do appreciate him. We do appreciate him for taking immediate action on the police officers. Yes, even if anybody commits any offense, or maybe is suspect, because as a suspect, he still have his own fundamental right. And even if he's convicted, he still have his own fundamental right. So, but in a situation like that, anyone who is arrested or suspect to be committing a crime, definitely the police should consider his own fundamental right as well, because every individual is entitled to respect for the dignity of his person, and no person shall be subjected to torture or to inhuman or degrading treatment. No person shall be held in slavery or servitude, and no person shall be required to perform forced or compulsory labor. Any person arrested shall be entitled to a fair hearing within a reasonable time by a court of law or other tribunal established by law and constituted in such manner as to secure his independence and impartiality. We have been discussing it, and we have been saying it to the Nigerian police, especially most of these the junior officers, rank and file, so to say, that in handling matters they should be careful, because the human rights community are watching. We don't want a situation where they are violating the right of people. No police officer has any right to torture anyone. No police officer have any right to torture anyone. No police officer have the right to dehumanize or to brutalize anybody of any kind. They are law enforcement agencies, and their duties, their aims and objectives is to save lives and property, not to kill, not to brutalize, and not to injure anyone. You cannot extract information from any suspect with force. You have to be coercive, and you have to be uh, friendly in your investigation, and you don't have to be coercive in your investigation. So you have to be very, very friendly with how to extract information from any suspect, because they are still presumed to be innocent until contrary is proved. And more so, as a decent officer, there is a way and manner you have to carry out your investigation without being tortured. You cannot, if you torture anybody to confess to a crime that he did not commit, or even if he commit that offense, and if he's taken to court and he has a very good lawyer, the lawyer might decide to inform the court that his client is being tortured, and all the statements written by the suspect is under duress. That is under duress. So you don't have no police officer have any right, sir, to torture anyone. Well, the human rights community will not punish any police officer who conducted in such a manner. But what the human rights community is looking at is the authority. And the authority is there to discipline any police officer who violates anybody's fundamental right. Our own is like we are watchdogs. We are watching, and we are watching the authority. We are also watching the police officers who are supposed to carry out their duties diligently. So, yeah, what happened is that even if the Inspector General of Police refuse to discipline the officers, there are still other measures that the human rights community will still take on, because definitely we are not relaxing on the matter. We are not relaxing on the matter at all. So we want to see that things are done properly. Yes, exactly. And the police have the right to arrest and then to question, that is, interrogate anybody. But however, the right of that person to consult his family is his own constitutional right. That suspect, if arrested by anybody or by the police, have the right to consult his family, to consult a legal practitioner of his own choice, or a civil society organization, or council, and anybody of his own choice. He has the right to consult them. He has the right to his own telephone while he's still in custody. By the time he was arrested, yes, he has the right to consult anybody of his own choice. Without allowing him or her to consult anybody, it is purely unconstitutional. It is not proper. Yes, sir. Yeah, but at the same time, what happened is most of the defendants, or most of the suspects, sometimes they hide some kind of information from the police officers or from the investigators who are investigating the matters. Sometimes they don't easily confess to their crime, but there's a way that a police officer should go about it. Yes, if a police officer is friendly, like for instance in overseas, if a police officer want to extract an information from a suspect, even if the suspect requests for a cigarette from the policeman or request for anything from the officer, the policeman will oblige him. And just be friendly with them, and there's a way you extract information from them, not by being coercive. If you are being harsh, if you are too harsh on them, you might not get the right information, what you want to get from them. It is not all officers are like that. We have, out of 12 disciples, definitely there's a Judas. So, but we thank God that not all of them are behaving that way. But the only few ones that are in the police and who have turned the police to be their property, the police authority is showing them way out. There are so many of them that are in detention, not that the police authority don't discipline them. They discipline them, and they see that things are doing normally as it's supposed to be. But we still thank God, and definitely things will still be okay by the special grace of God. We are not relenting and we are not relaxing. The human rights community are still watching, and we want to appeal once again to the Inspector General of Police not to relent in his effort to see that people's rights are being protected. That is their major aims, so that the rights of people are not easily violated, especially by their men. Thank you very much, and God bless her. Thank you.